Hello, welcome to Billy Ho's Sports. It's mid-February and love is in the air. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and Kentucky Derby Future Pool 4 will also open tomorrow, runs through Sunday. So check that one out. Today we're going to dive into the Sunland Derby, Sunland Park, New Mexico. This is going to be a quickie. So just remember to sub to the channel and smash that like. I appreciate that very much. I need your support now more than ever. Setting the notification bells so you don't miss a beat. Derby contest coming up soon, so be ready for that. Finally, in the comment section, who are you going to pick to win this race? Let's jump right into the past performances. We're going 8.5 furlongs on the dirt. These are also 3-year-olds. So number one is Go Shorty. It's my birthday. And Robert Diodoro is going to party like it's his birthday if he pulls this one off. But a nice looking 2-for-2 start, making a big jump in class. Pair of 87 speed figures, making the two-turn debut. So I'm probably not going to get there with this one. A little bit too long, too much to ask, I think. Especially, I don't particularly like the first time trying a route. So anyway, I will pass. Remember, Big Jim is a Triple Crown nominee as well. And this one just completed the first crack at a mile stretching out. So he'll also be trying 2 turns, but I like the fact that he's been 8 furlongs and he just needs a little bit further. Obviously, I also like the fact he is sired by Medaglia del Oro, and he has a 7.7 average win distance, 2.43 sire production index. He's got a really solid sire side pedigree. The dam sire has a little bit of speed in it. So that is always a good thing. You're going to need some speed on this racetrack because you're going to need to get out quickly. And oh, guess what? He just ran in the Riley Allison Derby on January 17th. So solid second for the closer. This one is that's why I probably won't be picking for the win. 30-1 though. Ran a big late gaining effort there for him. So would be tough to pull the trigger on the win, but I do like these closers to pick off the late ones that will be getting tired. So not everybody here has gone 2 turns. Somebody's not going to get there. Number 3, Smash It. Uh, Ran third in that Riley Allison Derby and was actually setting the pace early on. And then by the time they hit the turn, Take Charge Tom was overtaking him. And when they rounded the far turn and were heading down the stretch, he was passed, but he kicked on pretty good. He didn't really give it up or fade or get tired. It looked like he held up pretty well, but he was ultimately passed by the previous horse we just discussed. Remember, Big Jim. So distance looks like it could be a challenge for him. I don't know. Star Guitar is out of Quiet American, so it's not going to be that great. I remember my aunt and uncle actually paid $20,000 to sire from Quiet American years ago. The Quiet American was the dam of I should say sire, I'm sorry. Quiet American was the dam of Real Quiet, Derby winner. So anyway, I digress. Smash It, distance challenge, but it should be a good contender. That was a really fast opening pace that he ran and still didn't fade all too badly. So uh, we'll keep an eye on it. Florence Giroux, big upgrade in the jockey department for Flogo, as they call him, I guess. Anyway, getaway car here, and this is Bob Baffert. It's Juan Hernandez coming over, invading New Mexico. Good spot for this horse. I don't think who's done all that much wrong, and I think he might even be improving some. Uh, I mean, you could start at the maiden right out of the gate, and then he goes out and wins the best pal by 5 and a change, and then moves up to 7. Del Mar Futurity and wasn't quite up to the task there. losing to Gaming, who's not really much of a router, Mackenzie Street, who we'll see. And you do see Citizen Bull there, right there. He just kind of weakens. So he's still kind of getting his sea legs under him. Then makes a big jump in the American Pharaoh going 2 turns uh, and comes in second behind Citizen Bull. And then the fourth in the BC Juvenile, not terrible. He loomed, as you can see, 3 wide, but he just kind of flattened out, and it was just just outrun by some better horses at a little bit of slower, moderate pace. And then he got pretty much the same deal. So I don't know if the pace will matter to him or not, as far as him setting the early fractions, because he does seem to want to be out on the lead. But he could probably sit off somebody if he has to. So Juan Hernandez can adjust his style as need be. Average win distance 7.6 for the Curlin Colt. So he's going to be my number one with a bullet. And I'm passing on 5 Spinard, 6 Take Charge Tom. Pretty good, 3 for 3 so far. I mean, you can't complain about that. Looking to sweep the Sunland Derbies, Sunland Park Derbies for the trainer Rob Diodoro. Undefeated, 5.9 average win distance for a sire. Doesn't look great, but it's probably a pretty small sample size. Tom's Deat has won some couple of races going 2 turns, graded stakes victories in his past. So I don't think the distance is much of a problem. I think it's just a small sample size so far. Mackenzie Street is actually now away from Tim Yachteen's barn. You can see he's moved over for Justin Evans. And I kind of think that maybe Yakteen let this one go because he just he's not seeing it. I mean, started out very promising, the second in the Futurity, third in the American Pharaoh, and then third in the Bob Hope, but then slowly declining after that, and hasn't went that 2 turn distance once. I mean, McKenzie, I mean, he should get 2 turns, no problem. But I don't know. I never was much, never was very high on this one, regardless. And I think there's plenty of talent in here where I don't even have to use him underneath if I don't want to. Number 8, Touchy, Wesley Ward, Joel Rosario, sired by Nyquist. Some pretty good numbers, a 93 in the maiden breaker right here underneath, going 6.5. Then moves over to Turfway and goes drops pretty good in the speed figure category, but ran a good race. Just closed coming down the stretch, got through down the middle, was just out kicked by the winner. So I think this one's got a chance to do some damage, maybe improving while going back to the dirt and then adding the distance, 7.1 average win distance for the Nyquist Colt. Touchy. Joel Rosario gets him out fast. He's got his 5th start coming up on this one. So I kind of like this one to hit the board, at least, and be in the mix. Number 9, Caldera, discussed a little bit on X with some of our fellow cappers. Newly maiden winner for Dwayne Lucas. I think it's one to watch down the road. I think Dwayne likes to race him into shape, but this one seems to be improving all the time. Has been 2 turns, mile and a 16th twice already. So you got to like that. Liam's Map is the sire. This one it could be ready to pop sooner than rather than later. I don't think I'm going to pick it to win this one, but I am going to use it underneath. So that rounds out the field. I thought the maiden win was a good win, but not exactly tested. Didn't really have to get out, rated off the pace, rebroke, hit the straightaway clear by a mile. Definitely did not need much urging, handridden all the way. So I do like my horses to be a little tested down the stretch. I mean, they always look good when they're blowing them out, but uh, I think he'll definitely get all the testing we'll see. So we'll know a lot more about this horse after this race. So ultimately, to round it up, round it off, roundabout way, getaway car with a bullet, then a gap. I think if Tom Take Charge Tom lays doesn't try to challenge getaway car and not press him too much, I think he could hang in there. But I may not land on him just yet. Not 100% sure. I like the number two. Remember Big Jim. I like the class pedigree and the closing ability. I think that's going to be a good to pick up the pieces coming down the stretch because we're going to get a fast pace. I have a feeling it's going to be somewhat fast. Number eight, Touchy, I think can improve going from the all weather back to the dirt. And we just discussed number nine, Caldera for Dwayne Lucas. So that's it for the Sunland Derby. Stay tuned for more Fairgrounds Park action coming up. We've got a lot more to cover there. And my video for the Big Risen Star Stakes is already out. So give that one a look. Best of luck. We'll